Today for dinner I'm cooking 10 pounds of baby back rib pieces, but along with that I'm going to have some scalloped potatoes from 2018, so just a little over 4 years ago. So I did a batch of these a year ago, and this is my last 2-pack. So I'm going to get this rehydrating. And this one's going to be a little bit more difficult because how I put it in there, it's kind of broken up. So I'm going to have to try to portion it out into the 2 trays again, or the 2 pans. All right, and I'll get the weights as close as possible to each other because the pans are almost identical. So it would have been nicer if it had stayed as a block. Okay, so some of this definitely belongs in the other one. Try to get that figured out, how much goes in here. Okay, that's pretty close. Okay, I'm going to put a pot holder under it to keep it from the counter from soaking up all the heat. I've got the half of the water. Let's see. Yeah, this said I need 850 grams, so I have 425 grams of boiling water in this. So I'll add 425 grams of boiling water to each one of them. And then I'm going to put it in a Ziploc so I can kind of push it down. So I'll get the 425 for that one. Try to level this out as much as possible. And maybe I'll put a new layer of cheese on top or something.
We haven't made a full batch of scalloped potatoes since we freeze-dried this batch. A full batch for us starts with 18 pounds of peeled and sliced potatoes and ends up making 20 of these pans at about 1.5 pounds each.
All right, by sucking the extra air out, it pushes the potatoes down into the water and will help them rehydrate. Okay, and once those rehydrate, I'm going to add, I think I'll add a bit of cheese, extra cheese on top, and then I'll put them in the oven for a few minutes to finish reheating. Okay, I let those set and rehydrate for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes maybe. Now I'm going to get them out of there, add a little bit of shredded cheese to the top, and then put them in the oven for a few minutes. I mean, you wouldn't have to, you could eat them now, but I like them ovened a bit. And it looks like it soaked up pretty much all of the water, so it should be back to about where it was. And the one that didn't fall apart in the bag looks much better. It has the nice browned top on it from the original cooking. Oh, oven's up to temperature. And we will be making a batch of this pretty soon. I was kind of surprised we hadn't already, but That's going to go in the oven for a few minutes, 10-15 minutes maybe. Just kind of melt the cheese and get everything really toasty inside. I'm going to go ahead and put those. I almost forgot. So I wrapped the tops with foil. That way if there's any dry spots on the potatoes on the top, this will help steam them. And then I can take the top off, the foil off the last couple of minutes if I want, if the cheese isn't toasty enough for me. Okay, got those warmed up. Let's see if I can get those, one of those open at least. Ah, that came out nice. Little cheesy bits on it. All right. All right. And there's the ribs. 10 pounds of ribs. I used black peppercorn marinade on them, which is kind of my favorite. Wow, that's toasty. Now, I want to scoop up a little bit of that. All right. And that's the rehydrated scalloped potatoes. Want me to turn it some direction?
Yes.
Which way would make it the most difficult?
Oh, constantly turning it when I'm trying to scoop.
Okay. And we have another pan, so you can have as much as you want on that. Unless you want some of it for lunch, and then we only have one more pan. All right, and the potatoes are nice and tender. Everything rehydrated great. Yeah, excellent. The addition of a bit of cheese was good. Scalloped potatoes.
I was just gonna have a bite from here.
Okay. It looks like that one did not rehydrate all the way.
I will not eat that one then.
It was probably up on the top.
Mm.
So I'll sacrifice. No, it seemed perfect. I guess it just didn't have sauce on it.